All right.
Just heads up. And that's what spiders are.
Yeah, it definitely is
You
going
know
to
what
take.
spiders are?
I know
Not
what
tasty.
spiders are.
It's going to take, for sure, it'll take at least like maybe 12 to 18 years to get to the point where it's like fully grown. If it's like either way. So
Does Lyra know this, or is this just information you're
this
giving
is
out? Like, do any of
something
our
I'm
characters know
just
this?
giving you. Lyra knows it.
Okay.
She's real good at this.
So act like I'm telling you everything.
Sure,
Yeah.
Gilbert.
Wait,
So while so like is she telling me this at night or in the morning?
I was
Probably
gonna say
when we're
I'd say
drinking.
morning because as
Okay.
soon as,
Morning it is.
well, okay,
Great job.
because
Morning.
I went to bed before everyone else did. I wasn't drinking or anything.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying is I can't. Okay. So you're saying is I can't really. He won't be a mount for at least maybe between 2 and 15 years.
12 and 18 years
Wow.
is sexual maturity. So that would be the point at which they achieve large. So they would be like medium for a while.
But medium would be big enough.
I'd say after a couple years they'll hit medium.
I was really kind of hoping to write him after he hatched from the egg.
You gotta
No.
train him first. Jim, if I keep eating spiders, can I become a Spider-Man?
No.
Is that how it works?
Hard no.
I'm pretty sure
Hard
that's
no. Huh? It would be interesting though. So yeah, I say let's keep it and try to like raise it and let's see if it'll come along with us.
We could sell it, Gilbert. You could buy your own spider with the gold. They're probably
Oh,
like
that's-
super expensive or something.
That's true. I could do like a swap. It's like, can I have that fully grown spider for this egg?
And maybe some gold. They'll probably want some gold because
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if
You're
that's
right.
a fair trade.
I could start collecting eggs and stuff to sell them on the open market, or would that be the black market? And why is it black? I mean, is there actually a market out there that's black with black painted buildings and all that? I mean, I've never seen that. That'd
Can't
be
tell
kinda
you, Gilbert. I'm not sure.
cool. Oh! Does anybody want to go with me to the Rangers? Because I want to try to sell that deer skin I have in those antlers.
oh yeah.
Sure.
So this is the morning?
I assume as much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
I'm still fiddling with a piece of paper that I was drawing on the night before when I got drunk off my one ale.
okay.
I need to look for a place that sells arrows because I am very, very close to out.
I probably need some more rations as well, actually.
Well, we've been eating pretty good off of the meat and stuff I've been collecting. Would we have really gone through any?
I went through a couple, yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I went through a couple cosmetics, but other than that, no. Like in the beginning, because I never bought any more.
Alex will go with Thrust since he's trying to get rations. Because Alex wants to buy butter and spices. Spider legs work.
Okay. So the market is bustling. It's a weekend. And so people are out there buying things for themselves. You know, it's like the market's full of stuff for people, not for businesses. And so you notice that there's quite a bit more. It's more of like a farmer's market. Lots more food than usual.
Okay. I go to someone
go
who's
ahead.
selling just general goods or whatever and try to buy the rations and show them the note from Conduin, and I'm like, who do I need to talk to in this town? Where are the workers that are supposed to be going into the hills?
The guy at the farmer's market looks at you and goes, "How the fuck am I supposed to know?
Well,
You think I live here?"
Well, can you lead me in the direction of someone who will know?
You broke up.
You
Sorry.
broke up there. Yeah.
Can you lead me in the direction of someone who will know? And I'm gonna intimidate the fuck out of him. 26.
Ooh, nice.
Sorry, 26.
Yes, because intimidation is my best thing.
I'm trying to remember what somebody rolls against that. It doesn't fucking matter.
I think it's really just
he
a DC
cowers,
kind of set in your head.
almost pisses his fucking pants, and looks at you and goes, sorry, man. I don't live here, man. Maybe check with the Rangers or something. I don't know, like fucking tavern people. I don't know.
Thank you. Can I have 2 rations, please?
Yeah, just get out of here. And he gives them to you.
Yeah, I pay him. I'm trying to find how much they are. I think they're like...
He
Right.
literally
They're
like
like
doesn't seem
a
to want
silver piece.
He just wants you
Or
to go.
5 silver.
It's 5 silver for a ration, so I give him 10 silver. I pay him full price.
Okay, you like put it on the table and he like takes it.
Which is 1 gold, so yeah. Yeah, I give him 1 gold for 2 rations. And then I will go with Alex to do whatever it is he wants to do.
Yeah.
Spices and butter.
Yeah. I'm just in the background. I'm not really helping. I'm just there.
Okay,
I want no part in this.
You go up to a stand that is advertising lots of dairy products, and you can see they have lots of different types of cheeses and butters and stuff like that. And the guy looks at you, and he seems to be the farmer who owns the farm. He says, "Hello.
Hi.
Are you looking for some butter, or perhaps maybe some milk?"
Not milk, but the butter would be nice.
Spider chowder.
I'm trying to cook these giant spider legs in a way that makes them tasty. I haven't succeeded yet.
You're trying to cook what?
Alex will just pull one of the legs off his back like he's becoming accustomed to and show him.
He gives you this look with very wide eyes, and he's like, yeah, I mean, don't we all?"
No, most people don't.
"Oh, really? Anyway,
You
here's
don't have to
butter.
make small talk. I just want to buy the butter.
Okay, here's the butter."
Alex will give him. I don't know how much his butter is. Alex will just
he
give
looks
him
at
a
you
gold
and just
coin.
says, "It's 5 silver."
Just give him a gold coin.
Okay, he takes the gold coin. Thank you.
I like how we never ask for change.
Alex doesn't want to pay.
While they're doing that in the main store, I'm going to go to the building where the Rangers were the last time and see if anyone's there.
You go over to that building, and you notice there's a sign on the door that says, "Back tomorrow."
Back tomorrow? It is tomorrow.
Today's tomorrow, damn it!
So
I was
what's going
traveling
on?
with Gilbert, by the way.
Okay.
I'm like, Lyra, isn't today tomorrow? So they want us to come back yesterday?
That's a philosophical question I don't think I can answer.
Well, I guess I can hold on to it. I mean, okay. Out of curiosity, I mean, will this deer hide stay forever? I mean, will it? I mean,
it won't stay forever, but if you roll it up and,
I have it rolled up really nice with the antlers and stuff to keep in like one little package, but
yeah, so it's definitely gonna keep. It won't keep for that many more days, but it'll keep still. It's only like a day old.
okay. So like, well, I guess if we're here tomorrow, we can come back tomorrow. But okay. I walk away that little toddler disappointed look, you know.
Yep.
Like I was really excited to see them again. And now they're gone. Like, oh.
Just sulking.
Obviously, we would go to the Rangers as well, because that's where the guy sent us, and have the same thing happen.
Yep.
And then we'll go back to the inn.
Okay.
Come on, Lyra. I need to go check on Poochie. See if he slept okay.
I need to find a place to get arrows in case we run into any trouble on the road.
Oh, you do? Okay. I would assume the rangers, and I give the door a mean aggravated look, would have sold some to you, but they're not here. Let's go check the market.
Okay.
I'll go with them and see if there's a black in town that has a good setup.
What's in town? You kind of broke up their
Blacksmith, I think.
blacksmith.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, okay,
Yeah.
guys, come, let's go. And I'm walking like a little faster than usual because with my bright new spanking boots on, I'm like a little bit happy that I can wear those.
So
Are they platform boots? Do they add a couple of inches?
Little bit, yeah. I mean, I was at your kneecap, now I'm slightly above that, so.
So that building there that I just had marked, this one is the blacksmith, and it's a modest setup. He's mostly displaying tools today.
Okay.
Wesley, are you gonna do something with that steel stick?
Is it an iron or a steel stick?
It is an iron rod, iron staff actually.
Ooh, the iron staff. What are you gonna do anything with the iron staff?
Maybe someday I kind of need better metal than iron. What I'm thinking of.
There's not many better metals than iron.
There's steel.
Steel is not a common metal.
Oh, so most stuff is iron.
Yeah. This is Iron Age, after all. There are some like magical and some very rare metals. Like you've heard of mithril, you've heard of steel, but it's not something common. Like most people have probably never even seen it in their lives.
So my gun's made out of iron. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. What we need to do is to find you a +1 iron spear, melt it down so every single bullet is +1, and you can just shoot things to heck with it.
We can pretend that's how it works. You can roll +1, and then I'll just take it off when.
Just give everything 1 AC.
Yeah.
But while we're in the market, I'll buy like a bit of oak that's kind of raw, and some just stuff for construction.
Okay, so you go over to the docks area where there's like people who there seems to be a company which is at this building here that loads very large timber shipments onto the lake and over across to Lake Mont. And you can see today they're mostly not working very much, but there are people, there's someone who's standing guard, and there's also a couple people running around and just making sure everything's all set. They're not like loading logs today, but they are definitely accepting a shipment.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I don't need a log. I just need I need a bit of a stick.
You can maybe they might know where.
All right, I'll get back to that. I'll go to the blacksmith's and see if he has he'll let me rent out the smithy for a day.
So you approach the blacksmith and he says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
I was wondering if I could pay you to have access to your shop for a day.
He looks at you and goes, "Hey, you would pay me to use my tools?"
Yeah.
How much are we talking? He looks at you. He doesn't trust anybody with his tools.
I'll kind of. Can I use my blacksmith proficiency to like put him at ease and just talk shop?
You can try. Do you have some sort of like yeah. All right, so you tell him what you're trying to do, and why don't you go
He
ahead?
wouldn't have any lead, would he?
He might. He's a blacksmith. He would need it.
Would you happen to have any lead?
He's definitely a little bit more open to the idea now, and he says, "Yeah, I have some, but it's not cheap stuff. I try to use it sparingly.
Could I buy it from you?
How much do you need?
How much do you have?
Not that much. I'm expecting a shipment this week with a batch of iron that I'm going to be getting in, but it comes from overseas, so I only have probably about a pound or two left.
Oh, so if I bought it all off of you, it wouldn't be a big inconvenience because you're getting more.
Well, yeah, but I'm not getting more for a few days. I could probably sell you about half of what I have if it was the right price.
How much would you like for it?
It's gonna set me back. I'm gonna have to. I would end up putting an order out, a day or two late, and that'll cost me. So I'd say it would probably cost you, let's say 10 gold. You get
Okay.
a pound of lead.
And maybe 3 gold just to work in the shop.
How about this? 4 gold, and if you break anything, 10 extra.
Oh, it's fine.
All right, deal. He takes your gold, and you get a pound of lead.
I will spend as much time as I need to turn all the lead into slugs.
Okay, that'll probably take you all day. There's quite a bit. Not sure. How much does a slug weigh? Lead slug. I like to know these things.
Yeah, I really wish I knew like what you guys are actually talking about because this sounds kind of cool. I just don't understand the gun making process and all that kind of stuff.
Well, gun making's complicated. I'm just turning the lead into bullets. The actual bullet part, not the projectile. I mean, the projectile part, not the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So you use so you have this like sort of thing that you use to make them, correct? Like you have a little cast almost?
Yeah, pretty much it would just be like a little cast iron thing that I melt the lead in, and then I pour it into molds.
Okay, and you're making probably like 3/4 of an inch diameter, something like that. Pretty big, right?
Yeah, like a musket ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So like half an inch maybe.
Yeah.
This says that a lead round ball would be so let's take this one. I'm not really sure what measurement unit this is. It would be 0.026, so 0.03. So if we divide 16, so you can probably make here. Let me retcon the amount of lead he's giving you. The math doesn't work out right. So he would probably be able to give you, based off of how much you would need to make your bullets, he'd be able to give you 1 ounce, which is enough to make 25 bullets.
All right. Does he still want 10 gold for an ounce?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just picked a number, so it's the same everything else. It's just you're gonna end up making 25 bullets out of it.
And after I do that, I'll spend the rest of the time that day processing the iron staff a bit.
Right.
So-
yeah.
Don't ask me how.
So
No,
out
that's
of
fine.
so out of curiosity, what are you turning the iron staff into?
A double barrel hand shotgun.
Oh, is that the picture you showed earlier?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
that
pretty nuts.
that was a cool design.
The stats for it are reload after 2, misfire on 3 or lower, scatter property, 1 hand.
Scatter
Shoots in a
propagate.
cone.
I mean,
What
I'm
is
sure there's a
scatter
lot of more
propagate?
work you'll need to do.
Shoots
into
It
it,
lets
but-
me shoot. It's a cone attack,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not shooting one thing.
What's the damage on it?
1d8.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's lower. It does a 30-foot cone.
Yeah, but it'll hit 30 feet. Holy shit.
30 feet. Oh, okay. So it's like a. It is like like one of those bird pellet shotgun things. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and it's
Nice.
really short because it would be like a shot-off shotgun.
30 foot, yeah.
Is it? I'm assuming it's a little heavier than your normal pistol.
I would assume so. The picture I used had like a big metal bar welded onto the bottom of it just to make it more stable from the recoil. It looked like.
That's cool. That's neat.
Sounds badass.
And out of curiosity, are me and Lear just watching you do this all day, or do we eventually get Lear some arrows? Because this is kind of interesting.
yeah.
work.
I was about to ask if he had any arrows for sale.
The blacksmith looks at you and goes, "Oh, you know what? I do make arrowheads, but I don't make the arrows themselves. So I ship the arrowheads off down the street." And he points down the street, and let me show you the building he points to. He
Okay.
points to this building. Where is it? Over here. He says, just around the corner, after the market, on the left, before the Rangers. And he says, that's a Fletcher. They'll have arrows for you. They make arrows for the Rangers. That's their main client. They should be open today because there's lots of hunters in town getting their food. So they tend to stay open.
Well, thank you.
No problem. So you go over there, and the guy, waves you off. And as you get there, a woman, a halfling woman, is behind the desk, wrapping like some thread, some twine, to wrap feathers on the end of an arrow. And she looks at you and goes, "Ah, hello. You look like you need some arrows." She points to your quiver.
Yes, indeed, I do. I need quite a few, actually. I'm running very low.
Well, how many would you like?
About to go look at how many I can hold.
That's a good question.
I think a quiver is 20.
Yeah, 20 in a quiver.
I mean, you can always buy a second quiver as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're not that cumbersome.
How much would another quiver be?
That's a good question. Let's see if I can give you an answer.
Probably not much.
Quiver is one
Probably
gold.
not much at all.
A quiver is
Gilbert's
1
act-
gold.
Okay,
Gilbert-
1 gold.
Gilbert's actually going to come with you, and as you ask her that, he's like, "Do the birds object when you take their feathers? Because it seems like they would."
Well, if you shoot them first, they don't have much to say.
Oh, that makes sense.
20 arrows is 1 gold as well.
Perfect. Where are you seeing these? Just out of
I
curiosity.
have the book.
Which
The
book?
player's handbook.
That's what I'm in.
Equipment section, page
That's
140, adventuring gear, below weapons.
I literally just got to it now.
Yeah.
I was looking in the merchant's guide thinking it would be there, but apparently the
No, that's
merchant's
just for
guide
magic
person-
items. Yeah, just
You
regular
would think
items.
they would put everything in there, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll take 40 arrows and a quiver then.
Perfect. She rings you up, so to speak, and says, "That'll be 3 gold."
Hand her the 3 gold pieces.
She looks at you, and goes, "You just made me profitable for the day. Thank you," and goes back to wrapping up her arrows
Yeah.
with a big smile on her face.
As we leave, I look at you, Lear, going, "I wish my weapons were that cheap."
Me too.
Well, the bows themselves aren't as cheap, but arrows seem to be cheap enough.
I'm assuming I'll be at the forge for the rest of the day, and this will be a multiple day process. So would you like a tinker check?
Yeah, give me the check for the day. I believe it is a multiple day process. You have an equation to figure out how long it will take to craft these things.
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah, I think we already settled on it, but I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. So you have a good day. You accomplish exactly 1 day's worth of work, whatever that is, based off of our equation. And
Most of it's just going to be making the barrels, and there'll be a lot of fit and finish later.
okay, so you've got what looks like a pair of barrels at this point, but it is not even close to usable yet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nice.
When I get back to the inn, can I talk to the innkeeper about what to do with this note? Like, who do I need to talk to get workers out there?
Sure, what time of day is it?
Well, I went in the morning to the market and then went to the rangers and then came back to the inn, so...
Okay, so it's still early.
Yeah.
So you go over and you ask the innkeeper, and she goes, you definitely would want the construction company. The one over by the docks. You'll see they're across from the timber company. They still get lots of orders in, so they have one of the bigger buildings, and she points like across, the road, and she says, it's across from the timber company, which you remember being.
Okay.
And she seems to be indicating this building.
Okay. Also, if I perhaps wanted to buy an axe, where would I go?
That would definitely be the talk to the blacksmith.
Okay.
And she says,
Yeah, I go to the blacksmith first because it's the closest, and I want to buy 2 hand axes for throwing, because I am pretty shit at ranged. I don't really have any ranged things except for shatter, so I would like to buy 2 hand axes.
okay.
If you would tell Gilbert, he probably would give you his hand axes since he can use Firebolt now.
I'm with... Well, yeah. How many hand axes do you have?
2.
Okay, yeah. Ignore what I'm saying, and I will instead go to the... Yeah, I'll go to talk to the construction people and just show them the note. Excuse me, who can I talk to that is affiliated with Aldo?
You go over there, and there's like a building, and there's a big open area with lots of raw materials, mostly timber, which seems to have been just literally purchased from right across the way, as well as tons of other construction materials. There's like sand and stone everywhere. And so there's also like sort of in the back corner over here, back corner, top corner, it's got a little booth, almost like an office, and you see there's sort of a window. So as you go back over there, you notice that there's only one person, and you go and you say what you said, and then he says, well, considering that I am the only person here, I assume that you are talking to me.
And what is your name, friend?
My name is Jester Hall.
Well, Jester, we cleared out the hills. A good friend Condren, he's looking after the place, but it's all cleared out now, so people can go there. I'm just sending the message so that he doesn't have to. Obviously, we are contracted by Aldo, like yourself. Just sending the message. Can I leave this with you?
He takes a look at the paper and he goes, "Yep, that's my brother's handwriting for sure." And takes it. And he says, he like marks some stuff down on the note, like he's writing something on it. He then gets a big stamp, which is like a big red circular stamp. He stamps some wax on it, and he says, "You're all set. I'll get the guys out there. You can go to talk to Aldo for the reward, though. I can't give you that."
That's fine.
And he hands you back the letter.
This was more of a favor to your brother than for Aldo, so thank you for taking care of that for us.
No problem.
Are you affiliated with the farms themselves? We heard some stories on the way up here.
No, we're just hired, contracted out by Lord Aldo. We don't know anybody as far as farming is concerned.
Okay, thank you. And I just leave. Go back to the inn.
He catches you on the way out and goes, What kind of stories did you hear?
Oh, all sorts of stories. You can never trust what you hear until you actually see it for yourself. So, stories.
He is definitely intrigued, but he's not going to pry.
I can roll a deception as well if you need me to.
I mean, you're deceiving him?
Well, yeah, I'm trying. I like myself really screwed up what I wanted to say. I'm trying to be very slick and not draw attention to what I'm trying to say. So I am trying to deceive him in saying that I don't really know anything or didn't really hear many stories at all.
Okay, roll me a deception then. He doesn't believe you, but he's not going to pry. He's like, yeah, all right then. He just kind of thinks you're weird.
Yeah, and I go back to the inn and grab the 2 axes from Gilbert and put them in my character sheet so I can use them because a dagger is useless for me. Thank you. Hand axes. What does I assume we're all waiting at the inn for good old Wesley to finish his stuff?
Mm-hmm.
When I finish up at the day, I've cleaned up a whole bunch, so it's nicer, and I'll ask him, because the blacksmith would have what I need anyway. So I ask him if he has a short sword and if I can buy a bag of charcoal.
He goes over to a rack of weapons, pulls out a short sword, hands it to you, and says, "Try this."
I kind of flip it around and see if it's any good.
Seems like a run-of-the-mill short sword. Definitely not shoddy, but it also isn't particularly special.
Yeah, I kind of knock the guard with my knuckle, and it doesn't rattle.
Yeah.
How much for this and a bag of charcoal, if you don't mind me asking?
He looks at you and goes, "What do you need the charcoal for?"
Just something I'm working on.
He says, "All right, it's 10 gold for the short sword."
I give him 10 more gold. He's robbing me blind, but
And for the charcoal, he says, "Don't worry about it. You've given me a lot of business today. Just take some."
all right. Are we staying here for the night?
Well, you would have
By the
finished
time
late
you're
at
done.
night, yeah.
Yeah, you would finish probably like dinner time.
Since that, we're
Yeah.
just kind of chilling for the day. Alex is going to rent out the. Well, he's going to pay the people at the tavern to let him use the kitchen and just start trying to make spider.
And when Thrust asked Gilbert for his axes, I'm like, yeah, sure, here you go. And I take them both out of their little holsters I have on my belt, and I'll just thump them down on the table. I'm like, I don't need them anymore now since I can throw fire. That's pretty cool.
That is very cool. You have to teach me how to do that one day, Gilbert. But these
yes,
axes will
I'll try.
do for now. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yes.
All right. The last thing on my to-do list is there an alchemist?
An alchemist. So you asked the innkeeper if there's some sort of an alchemist in town, and at this point it's a halfling woman. It's not the kid anymore. He seems to have gone home last night, and she says,
You probably took the day off with all that gold.
"Yeah, seriously, took the off." She tells you that you should try the market, look around. There probably won't be too much today because it's a Sunday. But if you go over there should be something. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for sulfur and saltpeter.
She goes, "Why don't you just ask the blacksmith?"
Fuck. Would he have that?
He might.
Before I leave, I guess I would have noticed if he had it.
I'm trying to remember what these things are used for before gun. And I'm coming up short. I don't really know what they're used for. So let's say he doesn't have it. So you can tell her, like, you ask him. So she says, well, go over to the small shop between she's talking about this shop here. She says, go over to the back of the tavern. There's a small shop over here. And see what you can find over there. They really don't have much, and they tend to overcharge.
Do you have 2 bottles of vodka I could buy?
That I do. And she pulls out 2 bottles and goes, they're really big bottles, and goes, that'll be 1 gold.
I give her 1 gold.
She's very happy to take your money.
I've kind of noticed ever since we gave that lad 3 gold, most of the prices are gold-wise today.
Well, I mean, you did just buy a lot of hard liquor.
Yeah.
That
Well,
is not a small
It's going to go into making bullets.
Nice. Also, like, can I do a check to see how much I think the wooden coffer and the talisman are worth? Because I'm probably going to try sell them for the group before we leave. The wooden coffer and the rabbit fur talisman. Can I make a roll or something to see?
Yeah, go ahead and I guess it would be like, what, investigation? So you can find somebody in town who will buy it.
Okay. It's more like to see how much I think it's worth. Also, like no.
Then insight, right?
No. I won't do an insight. Let me just. I'll go and see if anyone's willing to buy it. 15.
Okay. So you find a stall at the market, what you're trying to sell the rabbit foot talisman and the
wooden coffer, yeah.
So there's a trinkets shop at the market, and it's like a stand. It's not a permanent stand, but it's a stand, and they've got like little jewelry and little knickknacks, things that have been carved out of wood, useless shit. And so you go over there, and the person at the stand is looking at you and says, yeah, I can take a look. And so you hand it to him, and he says, where'd you find these? They're all dusty. He wipes them off.
Oh, an old friend. Found them in the basement.
In the basement? Well, he looks, really
old family heirlooms.
Says, I'll give you 20 gold for the both of them.
Alright, can I do an insight check to see if I think that's worth?
Yep.
10?
You think you might be able to get a little more, but it's also not the offer either.
20 gold sounds perfect, thank you. And I give him the coffer and the talisman for 20 gold.
Okay, he takes them, gives you 20 gold.
Alright. And at the inn, I give everybody 3 gold, and then I put the rest in the group loot.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
So 3. So that's 15 gold, yeah.
I'm going to put this to my Poochie fund.
Does the alchemist have saltpeter and sulfur?
You go over, alchemist says, this fucking crazy looking old man, and he's got hair all over the place, and he looks like he fucking huffs glue for his job. And he's like, oh, what can I do for you?
Oh, I was just wondering if you had some alchemical components.
Oh, I got the alchemical for you, that's for sure.
I need a good amount of saltpeter and a bit of sulfur. If you
How
have
much is a good amount?
probably I'll take as much saltpeter as he has.
He pulls out, he's like fiddling under his desk, and he's like, no, it's not over here. And he goes over, and he gets a jar of what is clearly sulfur. He opens it up and goes, oh, yeah, that's the shit. And he like grabs that, and then he goes around, he's like, here's salt. And he looks at you and goes, what color is salt?
Oh,
And he's waiting for, like, intently for an answer.
I go into alchemist jargon and like talk shop.
He's like, I just needed to know the color. And then he turns back around. He's like, okay, never mind. Here it is. And he smells that too, grabs a little bit on his fingers and tastes it. He's like, yes, very salty. And he puts them down and he goes, this is as much as I have of either of them.
I'll try to buy it all.
He looks at you and goes, yes, this is a lot. What are you using this for?
I'm gonna make gunpowder out of it.
Oh, and how much gunpowder do you need? Do you have any idea?
Well, there's the rough ingredient proportions.
Yeah, I don't know what
Potassium nitrate is saltpeter.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so you need mostly the saltpeter.
I'm trying to make enough to fill up my horn. I've got a little bit left in there, but...
Okay, so this is going to be enough to do that. And he says, it'll be 3 gold for the saltpeter and 1 for the sulfur. I can make more sulfur.
All right, yeah, I'm
And
down
you can
with
keep
that.
the jars.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
Yes, bring them back and refill them if you'd like. I'll give you a discount.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Now get lost!
I I flinch and I scurry away.
He's fucking crazy.
And I'll do this right in the middle of the bar at a table. I'll mix it all up in a bowl. I'll pour vodka in it so it's like a paste, and then put it through a sieve so it makes granules.
Okay.
That way, that's the way you do it.
You're up late into the night doing this.
What you doing there, Wesley?
Making something.
What you making?
I'll tell you, I don't really like folk knowing how I make it, but you know my firearm, it's how it works.
This powder here that you're making.
Right now it's like a mud.
Well, this paste is how your weapon works.
Yeah.
I've always thought you had magic. You're just trying to hide from us. You say you...
No, it's safer if people think it's magic. They don't try to figure out how to make it, you know.
So it's just like dirt that you put fire on and it shoots things.
Fire dirt.
Kind of.
Weird. Well, yeah, keep doing your thing. I did want to say, actually, I'm quite proud of you in the caves. There were times where you were quite brave.
To say that.
No. There were times when we needed you to be brave, and you were brave. And you might think you're not very good at confrontation, but you really are. And you helped us a lot in the cave, and I just want you to know that.
Oh, thank you, I guess.
And then I go back to drinking with everyone else. Or doing whatever we're doing.
Okay. Wesley will be up until probably midnight making this thing and making a highly dangerous substance in the middle of a bar.
Yep.
Many people come over and ask you what you're doing throughout the night.
I'm making poison.
Poison? You can't just go doing that in the middle of a bar.
No, it's spider poison. You saw all those spider legs? It's...
Oh, I did. They smelled terrible.
Yeah, they don't like the smell of this.
Oh, well, I'll sit with you then. He sits down.
No, don't smoke right there, please.
Oh, I just have to have a puff of my pipe.
Alright, so I have a full horn, like a
yeah, you're
black
full
powder horn. Alright. That'll make a lot of horns.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Before Gilbert goes to bed, he like comes up to you and goes, Wesley, why are you making mud? It smells bad. Why are you making bad smelling mud?
Oh,
To scare the spiders, didn't you hear?
Spiders are scared of mud? We could have used that.
That's what he says.
This special spider killing mud? I kind of sniff it like... Ugh. Okay. If you say so, Wesley and I just like jump down and like run up to my bedroom.
I will finish up, wash up, and go to bed.
A lazy Monday morning for you all. You wake up the next day, and there seems to be a bit of a commotion going on outside. But otherwise, it seems fine.
When I wake up with Thrust, I was like, Thrust, did you know Wesley is making some nasty smelling mud that spiders are scared of? We could use that earlier.
Well, we did use it earlier.
We didn't fling no mud.
Well, he used it.
I must have missed that. Okay. Then I go downstairs to get some breakfast and all that and see what all the commotion's about.
So you take your breakfast, and you're sitting next to a window, and you see there's a big crowd out in the market surrounding something.
I put my hood up.
In the tavern.
Yeah, I just assume it's a tiefling getting lynched.
As I see this, I'll take like a quick bite of the biscuit. Then I'll go outside, but make sure I have my sword on me just in case, just to see what's going on.
So when you get out there, you notice that they've got some sort of thing going on. You can see there's a crowd of people all around, like the market here. But I don't know if you can see that ping.
I think you're on the GM layer.
Yeah, we didn't see anything.
There we go.
So they're all huddled around, and it seems like everyone in the goddamn. And if you want to walk over, maybe I can tell you more.
I will go up to them and actually, with my nimbleness of halflings, go right in between their legs and all that, just to get up as close as possible to see what they're all staring at.
So you dart between some legs, and eventually you get close enough to see that there's an elf in ragged clothing who is on his knees, and he's got longer hair, bright green eyes, and looks at you specifically because you're at his head level.
Does he look familiar? I mean, we've seen some elves.
You've definitely not seen like you don't remember seeing this specific elf. There's a lot of elves. So
How they all look alike.
Yeah. So this elf is sitting on his knees, and you hear somebody standing next to him with a big sword is saying that, this elf has been tried and has been sentenced to death for the thievery of 100 gold pieces from the Lord's estate.
He stole 100 gold?
You heard me right.
How'd he steal it?
He looks at you, and there's just people screaming and everything, and he just kind of ignores your question. And one person puts the elf's head down on what's been brought out as like a great big block of wood, and the guy with the big sword gets ready to swing.
Well, I want to shout one question, like, what did he do?
And the guy next to you in the crowd bends down and goes, he stole from the Lord.
Okay.
And everybody seems really excited about this.
All right, since I'm a chaotic nature kind of guy, and like 100 gold doesn't seem worth death to me, can I time it to where as he brings down the axe, I bring out my sword and slice the axe shaft in half, so it like keeps the elf from dying?
I don't know if you can slice an axe shaft in half with a sword, but you can certainly give it a shot.
You're gonna get us all killed.
Not if we don't go in to help him.
That's
it's
true.
just him who
I don't know what's
dies.
going on.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just like, I'll yell out son, like, Thrust guys, get out here! This elf's being lynched for no reason.
Yeah,
If I can yell that fast.
yeah, we
You-
would be at the
like,
back of the crowd. I'll try to.
You would
start
not be able to
making
hear
my way.
him at all. Everything's very loud.
Okay, yeah, we're just at the back of the crowd. Well, at least Thrust is. I don't know where everyone else is, but
I
Um,
never left my room.
yeah, I would have gone with Gimbal, but I'm just at the back of the crowd, and he left me to go check it
Yeah.
out, and I'm not there.
And I actually I don't have my lance on me, I just had my longsword on me.
Okay.
Because I would have left that in my room. It's kind of awkward to carry around town.
Okay.
So what would you like me to do to try to get this,
So he brings the sword at his side out of its sheath, and he's, getting ready to make a great big slice. And you tell me what you'd like to do. You want to try to stop it?
Is it an axe or a sword? I thought you said an axe earlier.
No, it's a sword. It's a great big
It's a sword.
sword.
It's
It's
a
like
sword?
it's like an
Okay.
executioner's sword. It's actually like really big. It's
Okay,
a great
well,
sword.
I don't want to hurt him or anything, so I'll probably run out there and just stand in front of him, kind of like blocking his way.
Is your weapon out or no?
Right now it will not be out.
Okay, so one of the guys who's holding back the crowd grabs you by the scruff of your collar and pushes you back out to the crowd. Or at
Eh,
least makes an attempt to.
With me being a halfling, is there any kind of dexterity check or anything I can make to avoid his grabs?
Yeah, so if you want to go and try again, maybe when he's not looking, you can make some sort of check. What would it be? I don't have a sheet in front of me. I just need a sheet.
It would either be acrobatics or athletics.
Yeah, do like acrobatics. Or
Acrobatics.
no,
Okay.
do stealth. Excuse me, stealth.
Stealth? Okay. Scan down too far. There it is. Okay. Come on, stealth. Ooh.
Okay, so you get past him. He doesn't notice you, and you get past him. And you're sort of in the circle now, and everybody can see you.
Okay, so I'm like, I run up there, kind of like in one of those movies where another person puts their body in between the person, their arms flung wide, stop it, he doesn't deserve it. Well, is this a he or she?
It's a boy elf man.
Well, a child?
A man.
Oh, a man. Okay, he doesn't deserve to die for 100 gold.
Well, the guy with the great big sword kind of puts it down. He was hefting it up, but he puts it down at his side. He still got it in his hand. And he rests the tip of it on the ground and says, "Unfortunately, that's not for us to decide. If you have an issue with this, talk to the Lord, but I have to do my job."
Who's the Lord?
That would be Lord Aldo Forrester.
I was hired to help him to clear out the cave. Can't we suspend his oh dang, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sentence.
Execution until I talk to him. I mean he hired me specifically.
He laughs at you and he says, "Ha! Even if that were true, unless you're suddenly a magistrate, this is out of your jurisdiction."
I am the magistrate of Hubhole.
Oh, are you now? And where's your badge?
We don't have badges.
Badges?
Well,
Badges?
that's right.
We don't need no stinking badges.
I knew that was coming from somewhere. That was awesome.
He looks at you and says, "No badge, no paperwork. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know that you're actually a magistrate, huh? You got about 2 seconds before I chop this guy's head off."
I have a very trusting face, and everybody loves me.
Oh, and he hefts his great big sword up, ready to slice down. Quick.
I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to keep this elf alive. I'm like,
All right, he's swinging down.
okay, then I'll take out my sword to stop him.
Okay, make a.
Now I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm just trying to stop the sword.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Is that like maybe some sort of dex check? Just making a weapon attack to try to intercept his weapon.
Okay.
Ooh, you intercept his weapon as it comes down, deflecting it to the side, and he looks at you and he's really upset now. He says, "Take this halfling into custody." And one of the guys holding back the crowd, there's probably like 6 or 7 of them, comes in and tries to restrain you and says, like, goes to grab you.
Okay. At this point, I'm gonna grab the male elf's hand and try to drag him with me through the crowd. Like, come on,
Okay, make
a break for it.
I want just make me a straight dex check.
Dex. Let's go up. There we go.
Okay, you dodge out of the way of the guy who is trying to restrain you, and you grab the elf's hand, and he's like in front of this block, and he's like restrained. His arms and legs are restrained. So like you grab his hand, and he like kind of falls over, but he doesn't like get up to walk with you or anything.
As he falls over, I look behind me, kind of disappointed, like, well, I wasn't planning on this.
The guy with the big sword goes and lifts his big sword up again and gets ready to get him right on the ground. He's not even going to use the block. He's just going to get it done.
Okay, I want to use my firebolt to get his legs free.
You're going to hit his legs with firebolt?
No, didn't you say his legs were constrained with a rope or something?
Yeah, with a rope.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to burn his rope away with the firebolt.
The prisoner.
The prisoner, yeah.
You can try to do that. I don't know whether you'll. I mean, like, if you think that's a good idea, if Gilbert thinks that's a good idea, you should try it.
Oh yeah, he's trying to free this guy from his obviously at least his thinking 100 gold isn't really worth dying for.
Okay, go ahead then.
So guys, you think I should start preparing for a new character?
You go to jail, we bust you out, it's fine.
You hit him right on the rope. The rope, like, burned, like, is clearly charred, as well as his entire ankles and feet, which are now badly burned, and he screams out in pain.
But the rope does not burn through or anything?
Roll me the damage. Yeah, the rope burns through.
Okay.
So his legs are not restrained, but they're also, like, severely burned. He's screaming.
Come on,
I'm
get out!
still alive, just very badly burned.
And the guy with the great sword goes ahead. And chops his head off.
Ah, damn it. I stand up and dust off my pant legs and going, dang it! Try to save a life and he doesn't even pull through for you.
And the guys all turn around and try to restrain you. Give me a stealth check to see if you can evade.
Stealth? Okay.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just want a dex check. See if you can get away.
Well, do you want to just I can give you a straight dex check.
They're the same thing for you. I'm looking at your sheet. They're the same thing.
Okay.
Oof. All right, you. Let's see here. You are caught and you are being restrained. If you want to try to break away with a strength check, you can make one strength check.
Okay, yeah, let's
After
try that.
You're restrained.
Let's try that. Strength check. Not a save, but check. Okay.
Yeah, check, not a save. So you break out, and you go to run away, and one of them tries to tackle you, misses completely, and you scamper into the crowd, who is looking at you. Everybody is looking at you, and they part as you run through them.
Sorry, guys. And Gilbert's thinking they were helping the elves earlier, and I was trying to help an elf, so he was just trying, guys. Sorry. So this probably mess at the Aldo encounter.
I don't think you.
No.
I don't think you have to be sorry. They're probably enjoying this.
Yeah, we don't know anything that's going on, Gilbert. You can just come back to us and pretend like nothing happened.
Basically, yeah. As the crowd parts, I'm going to try to lose, not run straight. I mean, I'm smart enough not to run straight to the tavern.
Okay.
So, I'm going to try to run through the streets and take some back alleys and stuff and try to go the back way around back to where
Okay.
I think you said there's a side entrance to this thing around the stables.
There is. Yes, there is a back entrance by the stables.
Yeah, I was going to try and do that and then come through the back door all nonchalant, like, "Hey guys, what's up?"
Give me a stealth check. One more stealth check. I know I've made you make $1 million.
That's okay.
This will be to see if you can get away without anybody making a ruckus or anything like that. Yeah. So once you get out and around, you're able to take your time. You're not able to run quickly, but you are able to take your time, and you do manage to get back to the tavern.
I'm surprised you didn't just
guards
run
are
back
looking
through
for
the
you.
crowd, hitting people in the nuts.
They'll never catch me. Smack, 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 smack.
So what are you gonna do once you get to the tavern?
Well,
You
first
walk in the back door.
First, I'm gonna calm down, get my breath, and just walking through the back door and all that. Make sure all the dust is not knocked off of me. Walk back up to my table, sit down, eat, and just stare out the window like, "What's going on? Thrust, what's going on?"
So by the time you get
I was
there,
crowd, yeah.
checking up on Poochie. What's going on?
go ahead.
Well, I'm in the crowd. I think everyone else is, because I went with you to the crowd and I was at the back of the crowd. I didn't see anything.
It's been a few
but-
minutes, and they've told you all to disperse.
Okay, then yeah, I'll go back to the inn.
Okay, so by the time he gets there, you would be back.
Yeah. Do I know that someone was executed? What would I have known?
Yeah, and you definitely saw Gimbal running. Everybody in the crowd saw that there was a ruckus. Because you were in the back and you didn't try to push forward, you couldn't see that it was Gilbert. But damn it! But you do notice that there was a ruckus, and then you see everybody's scattered. And you don't really know what happened, but you do know the execution did happen.
Was he running for
There was somebody interrupting.
an hour?
No, it was only a few minutes.
Okay.
They're definitely looking for him right now.
Well, someone was executed for thievery. There's some ruckus. I'm
What?
not really sure. Doesn't really matter to us though. Let's just head off, I suppose.
It's
Okay.
terrible.
Okay, I'm gonna. Gilbert finishes up his breakfast, goes to get his stuff, then he goes in back to make sure Pooch is all saddled up and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll come down from my room finally. I was messing in my journal, just kind of drawing different things about the demons we saw in the cave and writing notes while all that happened.
Okay. There are guards on the main road, posted probably every 100 feet or so.
Yeah, none of us would think, apart from Gilbert, would think about that. The rest of us are just let's go, we're ready to get on the road.
Yeah.
Come on, hurry up, Gilbert, hurry up.
I'm coming. Hold on. And I out of my backpack, I had this little hoodie stuff. You've only seen me use it three times. Thrust. Each time I've done something stupid and I'm trying to hide my face. But I wear it, and it's like an actual robe with a little hoodie type thing on it. I'm just wearing it, and I'm just riding Poochie out of town. And actually, I'd be more well, I think I'll take Poochie for some sightseeing down the road. Do you guys want to come? And he's just like all smiling and everything, like there's nothing wrong.
What site is there?
I don't know. We've never been in this part of the area before.
I mean, I look at the others and like, I'm sure. As long we're heading like sites in the direction of the where we're going, right? We're going
yeah. Yeah.
We're going to Dunsol.
I just think the main road is so boring. We would just have more fun, I think, going through the wilderness and sightseeing along the way.
Isn't the wilderness an important thing?
So I just want to clarify something. When I said there are guards posted, I mean in town.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
as you guys go for there, I'll be like, okay, I'll catch up with you guys. There's some things I need to do before I go. So, like, by the time you guys reach the edge of town, I will be there with Poochie, like, like half a mile beyond it.
Okay. So you ride out like over
Okay.
here, and you kind of go down here, and then you kind of go around. Take the roundabout way.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Can I make an
So as long
insight
as
check?
everybody else is cool with that. you
Yeah,
guys can
I'm
go
cool with him
south of
doing
town.
that. Can I just make an insight check because he's acting really
Yeah.
strange?
Oh yeah. Oh, you
14.
fucking know he's up to some shit.
Okay. Yeah, I've been with Gilbert before. He's got himself into trouble with his dwarven shenanigans. So I'm like, okay, we'll meet you at the edge of town. We'll wait for you there.
okay. And I get on Poochie and we just like run. Poochie's having fun. Tonight I assume it's a sunshiny day or something. But like Poochie, we go and he just goes out and just goes for it. Because I don't let him just run for fun very often. So he just runs for fun.
We wait for
Sounds
him
good.
at the edge of town.
And you get there. You're all set.
To Dunsol.
To Dunsol.
Dunsol!
Let me move
Like a half hour out of town, like, man, it's too hot for this robe, and I take off the robe and put it back on.
All right, so you've
and
got about 3
my
nights to Dunsol, and then you'll get there at the end of the last day.
Yep. So we go camp near where we.
Yeah, it's a long ride to get to the place you camped before, because you remember, like, you decided to travel extra.
Yep.
Yeah.
We go as far as we can and
Okay,
camp up.
so you remember this, and you go ahead and ride extra so that you don't have to later.
I will, at night, wrap up the bullet cigars.
Okay. Not a problem.
Adding 25 bullets to my inventory.
Okay. It certainly cost you enough time and gold.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you do a shit ton of damage, but it costs lots of gold and a lot of time.
Yeah, like initially we were saying 1 gold for 20, the way they were designed, but I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. So.
Wesley doesn't like bartering. It's too confrontational.
1 gold for 20. Let me write that down so I don't forget it and we'll remember it for next time.
What was that? Like 20 gold for 25 or something?
It was a lot because the
Around
guy
there,
didn't
yeah.
have very much.
Oh,
Yeah.
I also made a shitload of powder.
Yeah, he did.
I've got like a whole, like, big horn full of it now.
How big is a bighorn? Is it like a half pound, or how many pounds is in that horn?
I couldn't really tell you. It's just like the musket type horn of powder.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a cow horn. Actually, well, it used to be like a signaling horn, but I ruined it. I turned it into a container.
Does Alex still have decaying spider legs attached to him, and he's still like?
Alex
At
spent
this
the whole
point,
day
he's been
cooking those.
feasting on it. So you've got a couple left.
Like, Alex has been eating them regularly. He spent a day trying to cook them, checking various ways. Like, end of the day, he got like when he had 3 legs left, he found a recipe that's okay.
How bad is the gas?
Let me put it to you this way. I usually take the back end, but today I'm up towards the front, trying to stay upwind.
It's 80 out of 100 bad.
Ooh.
Everyone stand clear.
Yeah.
He's gonna blow.
Do you have 3 that aren't cooked still?
Nope, they're cooked. Everything's good.
I just realized I have 2 flasks of molasses liquor.
Nope.
Do they
Really old molasses liquor.
with the butter and spice? Do they taste good, or is it still pretty hard?
By the end, when he had the last few, he got it to taste good. It took a lot of legs, though.
It's like, you know how lamb has that taste? And no matter how much you cook it or what you do to it, it still has that taste.
Mhm.
It's like that.
So
and it's just a matter of
delicious.
masking it.
Lamb
If you're
is
into it. But if you're
delicious.
not, it's terrible. It has very
So Alex is clearly into it. You're
yeah,
very
Alex is definitely into it.
Alex isn't too into it. It's just food is food to him. And he got the legs.
Speaking of which, if we see a duck going along this path, because it's by a river, if we see one within, fuck, how far? I think it's like 400 feet. I want to shoot it.
You did not find one.
You're very persistent, Alex, with your cooking endeavors. Have you eaten spider before?
I've eaten most things.
What do you mean, most things? Like,
Don't mean tieflings, do you?
what?
But no.
We don't know anything about
I'm
you.
not a-
What do you mean you've eaten most things? Have you eaten, like, human flesh? Or, like, what are you...
No.
Are you a cannibal?
No, I'm not eating people.
But you're not fushy.
When you
He's very fussy.
He's very
when you really don't have many food options available, you kind of just get used to eating whatever.
So you... In your past, you had no option to eat what was given to you.
Yeah, it was just kind of eat whatever
So
we could.
we don't know much about you. Did you have a harder life? Well, tell me things. I need to understand.
Tell me things.
Tell me things.
Best hard ever.
Best part ever.
Well, me and my mother had kind of a hard time. There wasn't much gold to be had. And, well, the winters were really, really bad, so we kind of just tried to survive for a while. But she got really sick one of the years and kind of just passed away. So I just kind of did what I needed to do.
Aye, survival. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you don't need to resort to spider legs in the future. Maybe you can put that behind you.
Have you ever had dwarf legs?
No, I have not eaten anything that can talk.
Good. We should
That's
all,
good to know.
and I look at Gilbert, we should all probably keep it that way. No dwarf legs should be eaten by any of us. That's very sad to hear, Alex. I'm... Yeah.
Bad.
Well, it's
You made it out, though. You're a strong lad. You seem pretty useful in a brawl. Smart. All that jazz.
well,
Resourceful.
All that jazz.
Resourceful.
Poochie woof woof.
yeah, I suppose. Just kind of used to surviving alone, so it's not.
Well,
I'm bad with people though.
I
we're
have
all
a feeling-
glad that you joined us, though. You should know that. You've been very helpful to us, and you've been very kind, and you've been very brave. So, please know that we're very happy you joining us, and we would like to continue to travel with you. You don't need to be alone anymore.
Is Mr. Thrust hitting on him?
Not very hard. I've seen him hit harder.
Well, I guess
Please
I
don't go. I can't live without you.
I guess like if we'll travel together, I guess I can put some older habits behind. You seem pretty off put by the whole spider thing.
Well,
The way you could just sleep through anything.
You need not change what you want to do. What affects me is nothing. I'm grossed out by a lot of things. You need not change what you do to cater to me. It's my problem, not yours. You eat and do what you want, and I'll deal with it. But just know you're always welcome with our group. No matter what you eat or put on yourself.
I mean, really, the spider isn't that bad.
Well,
Butter and spices help a lot.
I'll let you do that. I'm fine without it, to be honest.
Alex is pretty bored with the spider by now. He's just going to give the blast to Nyx.
After you guys do that, do the talking about the spider legs, I look over to Lyra and go, Lyra, did you hear all the commotion this morning? What was that all about?
Really. Well, I heard some things, but I didn't exactly care to look.
Oh.
I just stayed in my room most of the morning.
I know how you feel. I stayed in the tavern and ate all my breakfast. I did not go outside.
Did not go outside at all. Did not do
at all.
anything.
No, nothing. I stayed inside. Then I went out and checked on Poochie, and I'm just smiling and like just.
Okay.
Trying to make sure everybody understands my cover story.
Well, that's nice.
Mr. Thrust, I saw him go outside, right?
Well, that's strange because I went with him to the execution and he sort of disappeared and we met at the inn. I think something might be up. We can question him later, maybe when we set up camp. But yes, you're right, Wesley. Something doesn't seem right with his story.
Well, actually, he does tell us what he's doing and did a whole lot, but he's doing it a whole lot now.
Yes. Maybe I'll talk to him. We've been through a lot, me and Gilbert, good and bad. It's probably best to try figure out what his deal is. So Gilbert, what did you do?
Nothing. I kind of like, I'm taking care of Peachy for the night. Like, Gilbert, what did you do? I jump back and go, nothing. And I just kind of like put like my hands behind my back. I did nothing. I did nothing.
You have been acting quite
what did I not do?
strange. You've been acting strange all day. Like last time you acted like this, you punched the dwarf in that
He's eating
tavern.
spider legs. How am I strange?
Well, no, that is also strange. But you normally act in a certain way, and you're not acting in that certain way. Alex is always acting strange.
I kind of like look around. Are you like by yourself, or did Wesley come over with you?
It's up to Wesley, I suppose.
Yeah, are you by yourself?
Well, I would have gone. Like, it's up to you guys who's there. I'm happy having everyone. I'm happy being.
I was doing a sexual orientation joke.
Oh,
Great.
Okay. Sorry, I'm being super serial about the game, guys. Jesus.
God
time for
forbid we have
jokes.
any wholesome fun. Fuck.
So yeah, like even if you're both there, I get like very quiet to go. I tried to save an elf, but it didn't go very well.
Is that the commotion I heard about? What happened?
Well, okay. I was there breakfast. I went out there. I got really close to they were gonna kill an elf for just the measly gold being stolen. So I tried to rescue him. I tried to convince the guy. He wasn't smart enough to listen to me.
You said
So
you said measly gold?
some measly gold.
Oh, some measly gold. Okay. I thought you were. Are you like trying to deceive me by telling me that it's like not much gold?
Not- No, like
Okay.
some measly.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
because Gilbert, he's not really into the gold stuff, but I mean, and he just likes doing stuff. But like he pretty much explains everything to you, like some measly gold, and then like he explains like bringing a sword out and releasing the guy's feet. But at the end, he ended up losing his head, and then he ran through the crowd, through town, and came back and finished his dinner, his breakfast.
You attacked a guard.
This is
Technically, I stopped him from killing an innocent person.
well. You don't know he's innocent, Gilbert.
I never attacked him.
He was there for a crime. This is bad. Like this could really. We might have to leave this island. This. We need to. I don't. Okay. Do you mind, Gilbert, if I tell Lyra and Alex what's happened? This is important, I think. This could really... You could go to jail or be executed for what you did.
If you think it's important, okay.
I don't think what you did was wrong, necessarily. I think maybe...
Was it a dwarf doing it? Was that why?
I think he was a human, right, Jim?
Correct.
Okay. No, I just thought it was wrong for a person to die because it took some gold because they were probably hungry or something.
If someone tried to steal 50 gold from you, would you kill them?
Probably not.
Okay, well, that's a bad example, but...
That sounds that then.
I'm pretty sure if someone tried... Yeah.
Insight check.
Well, either way...
Nat
Which-
20. It sounds like something you would do.
If it was a baby wolf, maybe.
And if it was a baby wolf, I would have let them.
So,
Slap the axe one
would
down and
you
skin
kill
it.
somebody for stealing from you?
Would I? No, I would probably like take the gold from them and I don't know, probably turn them over to the authorities or something, but not kill them for it. No.
Like, what was happening?
Pretty much, yeah. But like, I mean, to die for 100 gold, give or take, no, that's not right. I mean, if you murder, probably yeah, but I mean, for 100 gold, you can be like put to work in a mine, or do work and get that stuff paid off.
Well, whatever the deal is, we need to get to Dunsol quickly. We need to go there before any messengers can go there and tell of the halfling that stopped an execution in the name of Aldo. Otherwise, we're not going to get paid. We need to go, like, now. And I like, signal everyone to... Like, I'm going to tell Lyra and Alex what the deal is. And I'm like, we should probably just ride through the night, sleep. Like, we should just ride non-stop until we get there. Even if we're exhausted when we get there.
No, if
All
Alex can do that.
I can do that.
If
Can?
so,
Falls asleep on the horse.
map-wise, it's like 8
Would you
hours.
like to go back to the map?
Yeah. Because this is the thing. Like if that's like each of this is 8 hours essentially, like of riding, a
Roughly,
day's worth of
yeah,
riding.
yeah.
So if we were to
Yeah.
ride through the night, not sleep the next day, we could get there by like late tomorrow night.
Fuck it. These aren't our horses.
Yeah.
No, you'd be there like in the afternoon, as long as you get up early.
Well, no, we want to ride through the night, man. We want to beat any
Oh.
messengers. Like, if we ride all night, ride all morning, and then ride until late tomorrow night, can we get there tomorrow?
You'd be exhausted with 2 points of exhaustion, but yeah, you would.
I mean, it's a group decision, but I think it's worth it. Because if the messengers go from Riverhead telling Dunsol that a halfling called that looks exactly like Gilbert defied the dude. We're not gonna get paid. They're gonna arrest us, and then if we do that, we can get a bunch of gold, get on a boat, and get the fuck out of this place.
This means I might not be able to visit Hestia.
We can talk to Hestia. We'll find Hestia. Don't worry. I have a new spell that can. Oh, actually, I don't have a new spell. It's locate. Other shit. I don't have any good spells.
Hashtag fun life.
We can. Don't worry. We won't leave until we find Hestia. We won't leave Hestia in Dunsol. Although she's not really affiliated with us. I don't think she'll be in trouble. And I don't think we will be in trouble. I think it's Gilbert. And if you guys... I mean, we can go to the city. Gilbert can get arrested and we can try bust him out or pay his bail or something like that. Doesn't seem like he's in that much trouble.
How much were we getting, each of us?
200 gold each.
What if I just gave him half the gold for the 100 gold he lost?
Or we could do that, yeah. Like, that means you don't have to stay up all night.
And that's assuming that they're instantly going to send a messenger. They may try to look for me for a few days.
True. I might be worrying about something that's actually not a problem. Thinking about it now, you've cleared my head, Gilbert. I'm ready to go to bed.
And according to the guy, they don't send ships down the river or anything.
That's true. Well, we'll be camping on the road, so I'm sure we'll hear anyone go by. And
Yeah, just make sure someone keeps watch.
yeah, okay, let's do that instead. Sorry for getting everyone's jimmies in a twist. I'll go to sleep now.
Alex will take a watch.
Yeah, I'm not going to take a watch tonight. If that's
Alex
okay.
is actually taking a watch.
Alex is staying awake for a bit.
He has spider runs.
Yeah.
Poochie and Gilbert will sleep throughout the night.
I'll take a watch, and can I do like a tinker design check just to
Yeah.
I sketch out like the actual operating parts of it.
Oh yeah, you got a fantastic sketch. You know how when you get a really good idea, you get all excited about it? That's what happened.
Okay. Sweet.
The spider.
Yeah, you think that this design is maybe even save you some crafting.
All right. Do we need to do any checks for the watch?
Go ahead and give me a perception check, whoever's on second watch.
Was I taking second watch or was...
You would probably have just taken the last two.
Oh,
Okay.
that means I'm taking second.
Yeah.
You
If
hear
Alex went to sleep, he wouldn't wake back up.
you hear lots of rustling all around you, and it's sort of like bigger animals, and you hear like lots of cracking of sticks, and
I'll nudge awake the two people with dark vision,
okay.
and they see that I have my gun out, and I kind of point towards the bush.
Give me a perception check, whoever's awake.
That would be Lyra and Thrust.
Yep.
Perception is my great strength. Sorry. Just load in perception. Da-doink. Oh
Yes,
yeah.
Wesley, that's a bush.
Wesley, I'm trying to sleep. Jesus Christ. What's going on?
I clamp my hand over his mouth.
Okay. When you stop, you hear some cracking of some sticks, and you hear some rustling of bushes. Thrust doesn't hear shit, but Lyra hears exactly where these cracking sounds are coming from.
I'm going to try to stealth over there to check it out.
Go ahead.
Oh. Well, I tried this.
I ate her
I'm
by putting a
walking-
finger up to my mouth.
You go over,
Okay.
and by the time you go over there, not only have the sounds stopped, but when you check behind the bush, there's nothing.
That's like the second or third time that's happened.
That's weird. Can I make like an investigation check around the just look around the whole little
Yep.
area?
Go ahead.
Oh wow.
You see some blood on the ground, and as you follow it over around back behind a tree, you notice that there's like a badger which has been killed, and has been eaten a little bit. It seems like it was actually just a wolf or a coyote or some similar animal having a midnight snack.
I don't see wolf or said coyote anywhere around.
With your perception, let's take a look. You do see like one off in the distance kind of looking at you, but it's not hostile or anything. You can see it because you have dark vision. It doesn't really think you can see it, but you can. And when you lock eyes with it, it's like, oh, see me. It runs away.
Okay, nothing important. Goes back. It was just some animals. Are you? Would this be during the beginning or the end of his watch?
It would be during the end of second watch.
Okay. Well, just go to bed. I'll take over from here.
Thrust is
Okay.
already asleep.
Yeah, I figured.
It's just Alex shitting in the bush.
Alex is asleep.
Okay. You wake up in the morning. Everything's good. Head on out. Travel for the day, and about halfway through, you get to the point where you're going down a big hill, and as you go down a big hill, one of your horses takes a tumble. Go ahead and make a dex save, Thrust.
I'm actually okay at those.
Thrust, be
15.
careful.
You
Thrust, be
jump
careful.
and roll off the horse as it goes down. But the horse, scrambling to its feet, is unhappy with one of its legs, and it doesn't really want to move very much. It's holding
Alex
its
will
right front
Hop
leg
off
up.
his own horse and go heal the horse with lay on
This-
hands.
As soon
Oh,
as
yeah.
you feel it, it still feels like it's not supposed to put its foot down, but eventually, like, it does put its foot down, and then it realizes it's fine, and it's like totally good.
Like just spend a little bit calming it. Like not
Yep.
not make a move immediately.
Okay, the horse is pretty happy after about 5 minutes.
I desperately clutched my saddle for the rest of the day.
And I'm like, okay, Peachy, be careful. Careful now.
Okay, you end up making it to the next campsite. You actually recognize exactly where you camped before. You remember it because you were attacked there.
Is this a place we were attacked by zombies?
No, that was a while away.
These are the
Oh,
elves.
This is the elves.
I would like to actually look around this area and see if there's any signs of them coming back or anything like that.
Any signs of them? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, any signs of them or them coming in this area or like anything. Not that I'm
Go ahead.
good at it.
Investigate.
I'm kind of curious if there's the stone there with the peace sign still.
But...
Oh yeah, you see the graves. You do find the graves, and you notice that they haven't been touched. There actually is a flower on one of them, but you don't find any other signs of people coming or going.
Okay. Thrust is willing to do first watch tonight, if you guys are okay with that. He's been super good at it so far.
Gilbert will help with either second or third watch. he'd have to cast lights on his lance or something, but he's willing to help.
Wesley tries to act like he's okay with this. He's not.
What, sleeping here?
No, you taking watch. You're kind of bad at it.
It's fine, Wish. Like, what are you talking about, Wishley? Nothing has happened while I've been on watch, because I'm very, very diligent. And I'm very
He's
aware.
He's very good.
I'm always aware of my surroundings and what I'm looking at.
Whenever he's on watch, I'm never woken up. I sleep very good.
Yeah.
When he says that, I stealth. I creep up behind him. Tap him on the shoulder.
Wesley, what are you doing? That's not fair. I wasn't looking for you, so you can't stealth up on me. That's not how it works.
During my watch with Lyra, I actually go up to the stone hand and cast lights on the entire hands. If it's like at least 10, like it's one big finger, I like cast light on it so that I can see, and it looks like I say, bright idea.
Yeah. Do I need to make a roll for my first watch or anything like that? Or nothing happens in first watch because it's all good? Hi.
I love how you put a question in.
Everything is fine. You go through the night.
Lovely. She, Wesley, worrying for nothing. As long as everyone's cool, I suppose we head off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mark another ration off of my character sheet.
Oh yeah, I should be doing
That's
that.
right. Yeah. There's been 2 days so far, so yeah,
2 days, yeah.
rations.
And we haven't hunted anything, so.
I always forget to do that.
Although I suppose Alex is probably full of rations because he's been eating spider legs this whole time.
Yeah.
They're getting a little gamey. They're a little old.
I think he's out of them now.
Yeah, I was finished with those like the other day.
Yeah.
Now
Nick's
I'm eating.
just kind of hunts her own food.
I breathe in deeply and sigh. Oh, it smells a lot better now. Kind of looks over at Alex.
Alex will just shrug.
All right, you make it. You made it through the night, and you picked up and get to the next place. And just before you go, you feel like it's pretty much the end of the day. You notice you're getting pretty close to the river, and you get a good view of it, and you actually see a little boat float down the river.
Hello.
And, he waved to the trader.
Where are you faring?
There's a trader, and he's probably like a ways away from you. Like you would not be able to talk to him, but you could definitely give him a wave, and he gives you a friendly wave back.
Is he going north or south?
South. The river flows south.
I thought it was blocked. Interesting. Perhaps they've cleared the stuff that's stopping them.
Maybe it's not big enough for a whole ferry. I mean, is this like a huge trader boat or like a small personal boat?
A small boat. It is a trader boat, and but it doesn't have like timber on it. It just has a guy with his wares or something.
So smaller boats can make it through, but big boats, like a one-man boat, could probably make it through, but...
Yeah, this is like a small sailboat style.
Okay. Cool. Oh, yeah, we wave and set up camp.
Gilbert waves real excited, like, "Hi, how you doing?" Kind of forgetting like he's trying not to attract attention.
Yep.
Oh God, it's him.
It's the Nut Smasher.
It's the messenger. The messenger we should kill so he doesn't get to Dunsol. Yeah, we set up camp.
Sounds good. And You do your watches, and nothing happens. You're a lot closer to wilderness at this point, but you're also closer to like Dunsol, and this is a pretty heavily traveled area. So as long as you're not too far from the road, you won't have any.
Cool. And then onward to Dunsol.
All right, it's pretty early in the morning. Still, I would say it's like 11, just before lunchtime, and you get to Dunsol.
Hey, should we stay at the inn? Mean you stayed at the first time there, Thrust?
Absolutely. We made so many good connections there. I don't see why we wouldn't stay there again. And I need a bath desperately.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
What's everyone's plans? I mean, I'm happy to go sort out this contract deal. I think I'm probably going to demand more money, given that there are demons and devils inside this hill. Anyone who wants to join me can, but I don't think what we did was worth what we're getting paid for, so I'm probably going to try to get him to pay a little bit extra.
I kind of blanch a little bit because I've seen him try to be persuasive. And it's just him getting angry and demanding things, and I'm like, oh no, he's gonna just start yelling at this board.
It's okay.
Oh, Mr. Thrust, I'll go with you.
I only get angry when things are unfair.
I'll go with you too, because just so I can give a good account of the stories.
Alex will tag along because Gilbert had told him he needs to be Poochie.
Yes, you're Poochie.
Okay. Yeah, as long as we are unhindered, we will go to the marketplace where Aldo was signing up the elves.
Yeah, so you go back over there, and you notice that the tent is not up. It is a weekday, by the way. It would probably be like Wednesday at this point. And you notice there's like hustle and bustle in the market, people going between the guilds, lots of people, some wealthy, some not. But you notice the tent isn't there.
Did he say I don't remember him saying he'd be here when we were finished. I assumed he would be here.
Well, let's go to the inn then. He has contacts with the upper class, so maybe he knows where we can find Aldo. So we'll go to the inn. The inn that me and Gilbert stayed at.
The Golden Stove.
The Golden Stove.
You go back over to the Golden Stove and stow your animals, presumably.
Yes.
And you go in, and no. Well, if you plan to stay there, maybe you would. But so you go over, and the barkeep goes over and says, "Ah, it's been some while.
Yes, my
good
good
to
man.
have you back.
It's good to be back. We're probably going to be staying the night. We've already put our horses away. Would you perhaps be able to tell us where we can find Aldo Forrester?"
You mean that Aldo Forrester? He points over to the lounge, and you see Aldo Forrester sitting on a chair, reading over some papers.
I go over to the, is there a chair next to him that's that would be facing each other so you could talk to somebody?
Yes, it's a lounge, so there's a couple other people around, but there's at least probably 2 seats on a couch next to him.
I'll go up there with Thrust, because I don't think Thrust was there with us the first time.
No, I wasn't. But yeah,
so
sorry, you go.
Go ahead.
Did we get a contract, or we just signed a contract?
We didn't even barter.
We signed a piece of paper.
Okay.
We didn't negotiate. Where he's just like, "We'll give you money if you do this."
I go sit down in front of him, and I'm like, "Would you perhaps be Aldo Forrester?"
He looks at you and goes, "Ah, yes, I remember you. You were a half-orc with the band of people who were supposed to clear out the cave. That's right."
Yes, and I have returned with my friends, and we have completed this task.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
before we can continue this discussion and finalize the contract, there are some amendments that need to be taken care of. I hope you understand. And I like look at him
Give me
scarily.
a persuasion.
Can I do intimidation instead?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, but you're gonna be doing a different thing, just so you know.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to be
Okay.
menacing. I'm not trying to be like,
Okay,
oh yeah, let's do this. I'm like, you fucked us over, and I'm fucking know it. 24.
As he does,
He looks at you. Oh, okay,
Point
go ahead,
next.
Zara.
I'm gonna kind of point Nyx towards Aldo, and she's gonna go sit right beside him, staring at him in sort of like a menacing way.
It
I just
aggressively
wanted to add to
purrs.
it.
Aggressive purrs.
Aggressive person.
No, the contract itself it's a good contract, and we did the job that needed to be done, but I don't feel like we are being paid for the job that we did. I'm not sure if you're aware, but there were devils inside of that hill. And something tells me that you are aware of that, or at least were. And I'm thinking that the compensation for the job that we did is not at all sufficient to the contract. What say you?
Pulls out a large book and quickly, hurriedly, shuffles through the pages, opens up to a particular one, scans down the list and says, "You don't think 200 gold apiece, that's," he looks around, "that's 1,000 gold is sufficient for clearing out a cave?"
No. No, I don't.
The balls on this guy.
A normal cave, it would be, yes, if we were dealing with manners of beasts and monstrosities, yes, but there were devils inside this place. This was a ritual.
devils.
Keep calling them beasties.
There was a spiny
Yeah.
devil. It was just weird.
This place has significance, not just to your endeavors of making farmland. This is a magical place that has evil things residing in it. We cleared out at least 1,500 gold's worth of beastsy devil things. So I think maybe if you are willing to pay us 300 gold each, we can settle this contract, and we probably won't be seeing each other again.
He looks at you and says, a little bit like his voice is a little shaky. He's like, "And how do I know you're not just fucking me over?"
Well, you don't know that. But if I was fucking you over, believe me, you would know it. And I just like stared daggers deep into his eyes.
He looks at you and he says, he thinks like hard. He puts his like fingers on his lips and he's thinking. He's like, "I'll tell you what. I'll give you the gold. But he's still thinking. He's thinking real hard. He doesn't like the idea of like giving up, you know, like being intimidated. He doesn't like it. He's like,
You let one half orc push you around.
right, exactly. He's like, "I'll give you the gold. You are to keep quiet about this. I can't have people knowing if there really were demons in this cave, that there are demons running around my farmlands." Do we have a deal?
Oh, well, don't worry. I'm very good at keeping quiet. I won't even tell any of the elves in the city about the farmlands. And for this, you can add an extra 100 gold each for that. So that'll be 400 gold for everyone. I'm very good at...
I see why you never stay in one place for long.
I'm very good at keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah. I'm just drinking my ale, trying not to laugh because I'm like, yeah, this is how thrust works. This is why I track.
You give us 400 gold each, and we will leave this island. Your hill has been cleared, and there'll be no speak of the atrocities that are apparently happening in the farmlands.
Wesley has peed a little. He is convinced Thrust is get everyone killed.
He looks at you and says, well, how about you take your 300 gold, shut the fuck up, and I don't turn your friend over there into the authorities for trying to disrupt my justice system.
Ah, I see. Word has gotten to you.
Word gets to me very quickly.
Understandably. Okay, 300 gold to Tish. We won't say anything about your Devil Hill, but we're free to say whatever we want to the elves. Sounds good. And I shake his hand.
Yeah, I like get kind of embarrassed, like puts my head behind the mug, like dang.
Wait, so you told him that you would keep quiet about the Devil Hill, but you would talk about the farms?
No, that, like, if any news about the farms were to come out, it can't be blamed on us, like...
So you're saying you're gonna keep quiet?
No.
Those are not the same things.
Well, I'm basically, it's like, all well and good, you can lock my friend up, but I feel like free labor on your farms is probably more important to you than a few hundred gold. Honestly, the damage that we can do to your business is much more than my friend here did by trying to save an elf. You are in a position of power. Persuasion?
Gulp.
Yeah, I want persuasion this time. I'll combine it with your intimidation to see how much sense you're making to him.
Yeah.
Because we already know he's by
10?
10. Oh.
He says, he leans in really close. He says, I'll give you 350 each, and if I hear a peep out of any of you disrupting my business, I'll hunt you down myself. And he pulls out his purse, doesn't wait for you to say anything, pulls out his like bag of gold, and he hands you the payment in platinum. So it's like much smaller, like it's not a lot of coins.
Let's see, 350. That'd be 35 platinum.
Correct.
That's each, though. I look at him and I'm like, excellent. This is a deal that I think we can agree on. It's excellent doing business with you. If you ever need work like this again, you can send word for us across the sea.
Wonderful.
I hope your business ventures run smoothly, and
Well, they will.
we appreciate you for the gold.
Yeah.
And then I take the however much it is and pass it to everyone and walk out of there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would just kind of like, like smile, say like, give like a little thank you, and like take my mug and follow after Puddles.
As we
I
get out,
immediately leave and find Hestia.
I'm like, guys, we need to get
Yes.
the fuck out of here now. We need to
We don't
leave.
have we don't have time to see if they still have the boxing ring.
Well, I think we should probably... Well, we need to find Hestia. Yes, let's do that. Let's talk to her. Let's do that. But also, he's a noble. We're in trouble, guys. We need to get the fuck out of here. I bluffed him so hard. Oh my god. And I'm like freaking out. Like, guys...
I'm like trying to like patch her, like calm down, Thresh. You've done this before. You did good. You did good.
Mr. Thrust,
Now,
well, why do we let you talk? Why did we let you do that?
Because
That's terrible.
he's an asshole.
now
And...
stay here while I go get Poochie, and I run off to go get Poochie saddled and everything, and get everything done. And
But everyone gets
so
350 gold.
Platinum.
Well, no, 35 platinum.
35
shit.
platinum.
Yeah, sorry. So, 2, and then yeah, 35 platinum. I hope nobody wanted to stay on this island. I kind of fucked that up. Sorry, guys. Me and Gilbert
that's
fucked that
my
up.
fault. Me and Gil, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
Well, this is
Alex
like
will-
classic D&D. You do the job, you burn all the bridges, you GTFO.
Alex will want to spend one night.
Yeah, we can stay one night. That's fine. We've already paid for. Wait, how much? How much was it to stay at the golden?
It
Whatever
was
it's called.
10 gold for one room, and me and you were in the same room.
All right, we'll play for 3 rooms then. From the.
I was gonna go to the other inn so that they'd let me keep my kitty with me.
Okay. So between the 2 inns, the 3 of us staying there, like the 5 of us staying, how much would it be?
I think it was 5. at the
Alex
other end.
will not be getting a room for the night.
Okay. So 5 gold for Gilbert and Thrust, and then how much would it be for 1 room in the other place for Lyra and Wesley?
1 room is 5 gold, and it's really nice, but it's like much more laid back.
And how
if I
much?
remember correctly.
How much for where me and Gilbert are staying?
10. It's like
Okay.
twice as
Okay.
much, but it's also twice as nice.
Yeah, 15 gold. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
And
wicked
then-
expensive to stay in the city, but you know,
That's fine.
city prices, right?
We have lots of gold. So we are now at 90 gold on our group loot thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Thrust is going to have a very relaxing bath and just de-stress the fuck out. And then, yeah, whatever you guys...
Forget all about what happened.
Yeah. I had 1 trump card that I didn't pull, and I'm glad I didn't pull it, but, yeah. It could have got nasty.
I try to find Hestia in the smelly part of the city.
Oh, I was gonna go with you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I would appreciate the help.
You're trying to do what over here?
Find Hestia.
Oh, and that's not in the smelly part of the city. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
she was making potion for elves.
No, she works at the guild now.
Oh, okay.
The
Well,
Dragon's
we'll
Chamber Guild,
go over to the guild.
which you would know is.
It was, yeah.
Good job remembering.
Oh, we have tokens on the map.
Yeah, I
Yes.
have a lot of tokens.
And while they're looking for Hestia, Gilbert is actually going to take a bath, but it's kind of messy because he uses the big bathtub as like he dives from the bed into it all the time. So he bathes, but it's like the water's everywhere, like a child, you know. So he's like, cannonball. He earns his 10 gold.
Oh, yeah, so does Thrust.
Good.
I almost have enough gold for the armor that I want as well. I should probably do if I sell my current armor.
Actually, what do I have? Is armor being sold in 5e still half price? I believe so, isn't it?
Yeah, usually that's how it is, right?
Cool.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, it depends on what the merchant's margin needs to be. Right? Like if it's somebody who sells a lot of armor and thinks they can turn over your used armor, like they're gonna pay you more for it. But if they think that it'll sit in their shop for a long time, they're gonna want to pay you very little.
If that persuasion roll was a bit better, I would have enough money to buy my armor. Stupid.
He was sufficiently intimidated.
Oh yeah, no, I was trying to get as much out of him as I could.
We noticed.
I could afford Splint.
So we were gonna ask around the guild for Hestia.
Yes. Oh, sorry. So you get there and you see you walk inside and it's this big grand building. There's boxes and pallets of different items. You see lots of large items, furniture. You see there's actually not a lot of food. You would expect there to be a lot of food in a place like this, but there's not a lot of food here. It looks like rare items, big items, like things that are going to nobles, particularly in the building. when you walk in, and you see there's lots of things being moved, very busy, and you look to your right, and you see that there is a desk with a woman and a man sitting at it, and they're both looking down at their paper and taking different notes down and marking different ledgers. And one will mark a number down and then go open another big book, look at another number, and then mark a number down. They're very busy. And one looks up at you and goes, yeah, the woman does. He says, how can I help you?
I'm looking for Hestia. Is she around?
Who's asking?
Her old friend
Wesley?
Lyra and Wesley.
I see. She looks at you and she gives a very skeptical look at Wesley and says, Hestia is the new potions maker. That's correct?
Yep. She's made my potions for a very long time, and I'd like to get a few from her.
Yeah. She joined you as a trial period. I just wanted to go see her.
Oh, well, if you're here for business, that's no problem. She points you straight back, and you see a sign that says potions in the back.
Okay. I'll go over there.
Okay. You go over and find Hestia. Sitting at her desk, working away, lots of potions brewing all at once. You can tell she's very much in her element.
Like she has a little mage hand stirring a pot. There are various little magical elements. And she looks like she probably hasn't slept in a day or two. She's busy at work.
That's about normal. Hey, Hestia.
She kind of rubs her eyes and looks up. Oh, hi, hello, Lyra. And she'll hop out of the little chair she's in and go hug both Lyra and Wesley.
I hug her back.
I'll give a slight awkward hug.
Hestia, I'm sorry, but Thrust, I think we gotta go. We gotta leave.
Wes, what happened?
He pissed off the Lord, and he tried to extort money from him. Gilbert attacked a guard in the other town, and I think it'd be safer if we left.
So Hestia would know that the Lord, the big Lord, the Lord of this town, Lord Akano. Or Akano, sorry.
Well, we pissed off Lord Aldo.
Yeah, so when you say, I pissed off the Lord, she goes, Lord Akano?
No, Lord Aldo.
Oh, he's just some, like, it's not important around here. Why do you care about that?
Because it kind of looked like he might kill us.
Well, he said he'd only hunt us down if we told anything to anybody. So
yeah.
Hestia definitely thinks he's bluffing.
He probably doesn't have the power to really hunt you down that far, even if you do anything.
Still, I think it would be safer if we left.
Will you be all right? You're leaving the island?
Oh no, we're leaving the island, and I just kind of grab her by the hand and start trying to drag her out.
I think it's important for me to stay here and help these people. There were many of them who are not likely to make it on their own. Most merchants aren't really generous with those who have been displaced.
I don't like it, but I kind of just nod.
Before sending him off, Hestia will pull out her special little briefcase she used to store various vials, her alchemy kit and such, and just hand that to Wesley. He knows the little magic word for the magic lock on it. You can use this to store your stuff. I'm not really traveling, so I don't really need it now.
Oh shit, it's a portable alchemist kit?
I mean, it's pretty much a fancy suitcase that's made to be durable and store various files and an alchemy kit in it. It's got a magical lock cast on it just so it's harder to break or open.
Okay, Hestia. It might be a while till I see you again.
Just remember what the word to open the lock was. You remember it, right?
I blush.
Sprinkle donut.
Oh,
I changed it the other day.
Okay. I'll
Give him a light tap on the cheek.
While we're here, Hestia, have you made any new poisons that I could find useful?
There's like a giant shelf of just various colored liquids behind her. Some not necessarily looking stable.
Yeah, but Hestia would know exactly what kind of stuff I was talking about.
There are a few small vials of poison off to the side. It's not as in high demand as other things. And I think by the PHB, those are worth 50 GP. So Hestia would probably sell it to friends for like 40 because she's not as worried about profit.
Yep, sounds good. The guild will get its cut, but she won't get any. That kind
Yeah,
of thing.
she's not making money
Right,
off of this.
Right.
I'll get 2 poisons off of you and maybe a healing potion.
There's a little wisp of air kind of walking around behind her, and you just see 2 vials get lifted up. Hestia took a note from Thrust and started using an invisible servant, just because it's useful.
It's cool.
I'll
Very cool.
Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I got one of these, and I pull out the giant spider venom sac. Could you give me some tips about how to make something out of it?
Well, you could distill it and try to make it a little. You don't necessarily need everything in the sack. Here, I'll take that. Hestia will just take that for later use and hand him some poison because he can't necessarily do much with that.
And after she gives me the 2 poisons and the potion, I'll give her the 20 platinum pieces just because.
20 platinum?
Or
That's no, not 20 platinum.
20 gold.
That's 200 gold.
yeah, okay, I did the math right. Yes, the 20 platinum.
Okay,
It's
so you give her
quite
20
a bit
platinum, and
extra.
she looks at you. She's like, "What the fuck?"
Well, she's been my favorite
120.
go-to person for a very long time now,
Okay. Well, I mean,
and I
She
won't
will
be
turn
seeing her
down the
for a while.
extra. She will turn down the extra and stick with the. It was 2 poisons and 1 potion.
it was 120 for 3 times 40.
Yep, she's just taking 120. Just use that to take care of Nix and Wesley if he gets hurt.
I'll sneak a platinum piece under a vial anyway, an extra one.
Hestia's too tired to notice that shit.
Wesley's obviously trying to like draw out actually leaving. Oh, Hestia, look at this drawing of what I'm working on now. And
She
eventually,
will look at it. She's very tired. This table's got. It looks like a scientist lab.
Okay, then we say our farewells and leave.
Okay.
Mhm.
Alrighty. You Yep.
So,
Is it one?
well,
Are you in the same bath at the same time, or
yep, they're sharing the bath.
okay?
Bonding.
Bonding.
Yeah, there we go. Cannonballs. I'm like,
A little slap and tickle, if you know what I mean.
Oh God. Okay, so you guys are all set as far as your shit for the day. Let's call it the day there, and you.
There's
Sounds good.
one thing I'd like to do at the
Yeah.
end.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have it made yet, but I want to start. I'd like to make 25 rounds for it using
your
the wax
shotgun.
paper, the gunpowder, and for the scatter shot, I was thinking ball bearings would work.
Yeah, that'll do.
So,
Just so long as
Jim.
it costs the right amount, I don't care how you make it. Honestly.
Well,
Next
it definitely
session.
costs that much in powder.
Okay.
next session we will be starting at when we wake up from our rest.
We wake up in jail.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize it's that late. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yes, this is a
Uh,
great place to stop.
Yep. Well, yeah, sorry, Alex.
Just because we'll be resting. Alex doesn't sleep. He goes around town for pretty much the whole night and distributes about how much gold do I have?
You have a lot of platinum right now.
200 gold between the various refugees, and essentially calls Aldo out to them. Just going around talking to people one by one, giving them some money, telling them that the camp is bullshit.
I see.
Camp's fucking bullshit. There's demons everywhere.
Like,
Does
Alex knows how to level with people who aren't really homed well.
and just before we end it, does Wesley and Lyra tell us what Hestia told us about Aldo? And
We didn't say anything about the elves or the demons.
no, but do you tell Thrust and Gilbert and Alex that Aldo is not really a big deal in this city? Because that's going to change things. Because that's what
Yeah,
Hestia
we
would have
would.
told you guys.
But then I'll say, but Hestia doesn't think anyone's really that big of a deal.
Cool.
I don't know.
Stuff to think about for next session.
Sounds good.
Yeah, a lot. And again, guys, sorry, but I played Gilbert. He wanted to save the elf because he saved the others.
No.
Hey, I apologize for my crafting.
No, I weirdly like that kind of stuff, like the shopping for ingredients and making of things.
I think that makes the game more interesting. Instead of just saying, "Okay, I'm going to buy all this," you write it down, you subtract. That's boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like making you guys go and talk to the shopkeepers. Sometimes there's an interesting interaction out of it.
Especially because, like, I've never played a D&D game where it's like, I need a shitload of saltpeter right now.
Yeah.
I like it. I was super
And-
happy with the Aldo interaction. That made me happy.
That was awesome.
That was so much fun. Oh my goodness. I like Thrust a lot. He's fun to play.
He's pretty fun to play. I can tell.
Yeah, you know, if I was a truly evil character, I would have destroyed that boat as it went past. Because I'm pretty sure that's who told on me.
It totally was. What was? Can we ask what the deal with the glass and that stupid message was? The shield and the sword, or can you not reveal to us what that meant or how that works?
Oh,
I
man.
can't reveal anything.
We had a mending spell.
Oh. Yeah.
Fuck, why didn't I think of that?
Okay, so what I will tell you is that you were overthinking, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay,
You're overthinking.
good to know. But yeah, that frustrated both Thrust and me.
I could tell, and that's the only reason I'm saying anything.
I don't like
Glad
leaving
that I was-
things undone.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything.
Okay, good.
How about that?
Good.
There we go. Okay.
Wesley never misses.
Yeah, I was beginning to think there was a special sharpening stone in that cave somewhere we missed, and we had to get back
Yeah.
through.
Do we get experience for the spiders and stuff?
You do. Let me quickly add it up and let you know. I gotta go back to. Yeah, you killed a bunch of stuff today.
I picked all the wrong spells. Like comprehend languages is one of the spells I was thinking of taking, and I was like, I won't use it for the next level. I'll just get it next level, and then there's
Actually, it's kind of a bad spell. You're better off taking tongues.
Yeah, but
That
your
way you
can
tongues
actually
is
talk.
level.
It's
You can't take tongues to level 5.
yeah. That's what I was thinking. Is that I wouldn't take comprehend languages. I would just take tongues at level 5, which I'll probably do. Yeah.
Get some nice tongue action.
Hey, they don't need to understand you to intimidate them.
That's it. That is true. I can't wait. Level 5. Level 5. I'm gonna have +8 to. No, I'm gonna have +9 to intimidation. Because it's one of my expertise skills.
Nice.
It's only gonna get better.
It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, I can't wait until level 5 so I can have two attacks plus my action surge.
Yeah, you guys are greedy. I just want to hit 4. I mean, no, 5. Yeah, shit. Level 5.
Yeah,
for a
level
second.
5 is
My
when I
bad.
get that. Although level 9, I'll have 9 plus 11. I'll have
just
+12 to my intimidation.
Just looked it up, and level 4 is 6,500 XP.
Yeah, level
I
5.
did
Yeah,
not know
It's-
that.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
quite a while away.
it's a long ways away. You guys did get 240 each. 240.
240?
And we had 2830 before, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So we are 3070.
It's 3070.
Almost halfway
Well,
there.
I find it weird just because I killed that wolf. I'm like always 100 points ahead of you guys. Like, dang. It's cool, but it's kind of annoying because I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, you guys are wrong. Where this much?
Hey, you're a lone wolf.
You are.
Yeah, you are.
Well, I'm
And a rebel.
I'm probably gonna head off, guys. Thanks again.